Kizamde! Hop on the beat!
Baoh the Visitor was a 2-volume manga series created by Hirohiko Araki in 1984. It follows Ikuro, a boy who has the power to transform into an experimental bioweapon named Baoh. Araki is most well known for his magnum opus Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, but much of his signature style could still be seen in Baoh, the series directly preceding it. In 1989, Baoh received a 1-episode OVA adaptation, the first anime adaptation of an Araki manga. In this video, we'll be taking a look back at this adaptation, to see what changes were made to fit the manga into a single 46-minute episode. I recommend reading and watching Baoh before this video, as it will spoil the entire thing. The manga starts with narration about Baoh and sets up a flashback to the train scene. There is a scene of the little girl Sumire escaping from her room where she's being held captive. The OVA starts while Sumire is running away on the train. The manga has additional narration on the origins of the Judas Group, the villains of the story. In the manga, Sumire uses her psychic abilities to guess the code for the door. In the OVA, she guesses the code to let the dogs out of the cages. The OVA shows the female agent shooting one of the dogs. The female agent is given the name Sophine in the OVA. She now survives longer than she did originally. In the manga, she was killed as the scapegoat for Ikuro's escape on the train. Sumire is now shown buying food for Ikuro. One of the bikers is now female. In the manga, Ikuro punches the biker to steal his motorcycle. In the OVA, the biker is scared of him and falls off. The location of the secret Judas laboratory is shown in the manga. Sumire is no longer shown stealing candy at the gas station. The manga has a scene introducing Colonel Dorudo where he assaults an old woman. In the manga, Sumire uses her powers to get the money from betting on horses. The scene of the Baoh dog is shown earlier, at the same time as Ikuro's first transformation into Baoh. Sophine and Dorudo are added to the scene at the lab. Dorudo is now the one to kill the dog. The manga has a flashback to Ikuro as a child. There is a new scene showing the character Walken earlier than in the manga. In the manga, during the fight in the abandoned building, some of the soldiers are killed differently and Sumire is saved. In the OVA, she is kidnapped by Dorudo. The manga had an extra fight against a Beastmaster and his giant ape. The flashback of Ikuro's parents dying is shown earlier in the OVA. The OVA says the parents can't be saved, but the manga makes it very clear that the Judas Group killed them. Only in the manga, there is a segment of Ikuro and Sumire staying with an old couple in the woods. Originally, Sumire was kidnapped by Dorudo after this scene. There was a scene in the manga where Ikuro learns to control his powers to save a woman from a train. In the manga, Dorudo tries to shoot Baoh in the town and is later killed by Walken for failing. In the OVA, he tries to shoot him while he's climbing to the base and is killed by Baoh. The 2 random soldiers who throw grenades at Ikuro have names in the manga. Ikuro takes longer to enter the facility in the manga. The scene where he has to battle giant spiders is removed. In the manga, Walken wears a headset that limits his powers. In the OVA, it has been changed to a bandana. The OVA shows Sophine dying in the same way as the professor. The manga shows Sumire living with the old couple at the end. And that was every difference in the Baoh OVA. While the OVA removes a lot of content from the manga, I think they are both very enjoyable experiences. The manga is good for being able to see how Araki grew as a writer, and how many concepts would reappear in Jojo. The OVA is very well animated and is one of the few adaptations that get away with showing the gore in an Araki manga. If you're a fan of any other manga Araki has written, Baoh is a must-read and must-watch. Thank you for watching. This is the part of the video where I thank my $5 and $10 patrons. Thank you Norton the Lich, thank you Alex Ramirez, thank you Raziana, and thank you Boat Girl.